Hello, my inquisitive friends. I am a humble remembrancer, and today we're going to be taking a little look at Fallen Angel, the 11th book within the Horace heresy series. This story can be broken into two parts. There is the things going on within Caliban, a supposed uprising that is having to be put down, but there are, of course, darker themes that are going on behind the scenes that eventually come to a head. And then you have the things with the lion, where he's trying to protect, quote unquote, a forge world that has massive guns that the traitor Horace had commissioned some years ago. Of the two storylines, the first is actually far more interesting. The entire thing with Caliban and the internal politics, the old knights coming from the shadows to say, things were better as they were in the old days when we held to our traditions. That just was more interesting than, oh, there's a random forged planet with guns that we gotta defend. Okay. And we didn't even really get to see too much of the lion within that story to make it, justified of spending so much time on it. This book really gives you a deep dive into Luther and his entire mindset. Here is a man who did everything that he possibly could to raise the lion up, to be his right hand, his fateful second in command, and yet, because of one moment of weakness, just one, that he ultimately didn't succumb to, he was punished to the highest degree, and you can really feel why, even after that, and even after continuing to serve loyally, above and beyond the call, he was still denied a place at the lion's side, why he would slowly but assuredly fall. As fun as that storyline is, though, the rest of the book was just kind of a letdown, honestly. The secondary story was dull and just. It didn't have the same kick the first Angel book in the series did, you know what I mean? I really was looking forward to this book, but it's getting basically just 2 stars from me. I am excited to see the conclusion of it eventually, but I have decided to go back into the Horus Heresy, starting where I left off and going chronologically from how they were released. It seems to be a better way to do it than the big map that was put up. So, is this required reading for the Heresy? Not really, unless you're really invested within the Dark Angels subplot line sort of thing. It doesn't come into play that much anything for the grander heresy or the eventual attack on Terra. It's a skip unless you just like the Dark Angels, basically. But with all that said, let me hear from you, my inquisitive individuals. Did you like the book? Did you not like the book? Did you find the lion's part of the story as boring as I did? Tell me all about it in the comments below.